And we are live. All right. Hi, everyone. It is
Hello.
so great to be here.
Hi.
Yes, yes. And everybody watching and that will watch, whether it's now or on the replay, thank you for joining us. We are so excited for you guys to be here and for us to share everything that has happened, everything that we've been working on, right? It's coming, it's here.
It's
It's
here.
So we have been working on a book, and I am so excited about it. And just it's our X factor. This is what it's about, and the spiritual secrets behind all of us, all of our success. And we go into detail about it in every single chapter. And I'm so excited to dig into everybody's chapter and hear and learn about everything that they've gone through and everything that they've experienced and how their X factor plays out in their daily lives. So excited for that. I love learning from other people, and I am sure if you're tuning in here, you are the same way. So if you haven't ordered yours, you need to order yours. All right. So just to introduce ourselves, well, one, my name is Christina Thomas, and I am, yeah, y'all. Do I really say what I do? But because you're gonna see it in the book, but it's a long list. But pretty much my goal and my purpose here is to help people believe bigger. And that's the nature of everything that I do. That's what I do, and that's infused in whether it's real estate, whether it's selling smoothies, it doesn't matter. That's what I do. So I encourage. So that is a little bit about me. So now I am going to let's open it up. Right next, which way we want to go.
I'll chime in next. Hey everyone, I'm
Okay.
Kaylee O'Keefe. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm Kaylee O'Keefe. I'm the founder of Soul Excellence Publishing, the publisher of this book, The X Factor, the spiritual secrets behind successful executives and entrepreneurs. And more than that, I'm someone who has just felt called to tap into what I believe the world needs to hear most right now and to invite others along the journey to share their stories. So really excited to be here with all of my co-authors on this special project and to help all of us really tap into that X factor, which I believe and most of us believe is something deeper than what can be seen. So thanks so much, Christina, for having us on your channel today.
Of course, I'm so excited. All right, who is next?
I can go.
Yeah.
So hello everyone, Imani Missouri. I am a personal development executive coach, principal owner of Faith Forward LLC, and I work with faith increasing leaders and altruistic social impact organizations. And I'm so excited that Christina, we met like a couple of months ago. She passed the baton, and I'm just so pleased to have met all of these co-authors. I know it's a huge accomplishment for all of us today.
Yes. So excited. All right.
Yeah, I think I can go next. We are following the pictures, right?
Yeah.
Always around.
Yeah, it's around the table. Okay, so yeah, this is Rishi Kumar. I'm working with a IT multinational named Pacterage. I'm working as associate vice president for the company. I have a lot of experience into digital transformation, business transformation, enterprise-wide agility for the large enterprises, and I have been also working as an enterprise agile coach for a long period of time. A strong promoter of servant leadership, and that's the gist you will see in my chapter as well. That's a short introduction from my side. Thank you.
Awesome.
That's good.
All right.
Hi, I'm Karen Ann Bullock. I am a coach and a writer, and I have been on a spiritual journey for a long time. I founded my company, Higher Self Solutions, about 3 years ago to help executives, I guess, find their X factor, although I was never calling it that. We can look at it that way now. But to help people tap into their spiritual wisdom and use it in the workplace, because I think it's badly needed there.
Mm, mm.
Jamie.
We're gonna touch on that. We are gonna touch on that. So okay, let's keep going.
My name is Jamie Scotto-Kataya. I'm the CEO and founder of a company called JSA, Jamie Scotto and Associates. It's a public relations, marketing, and event planning firm for the telecom and data center sectors. I am so honored to be part of this project. It's been amazing. My chapter is a letter to my daughter, who is now today 16 months old, but connecting into spirituality and understanding how to lead that, especially during today's chaos, has been really a beautiful journey, and I so appreciate you guys for letting me tag along.
Yes. All the feels right now. Okay.
My name is Matthias Wilson. I'm currently living in Switzerland, but originally German. And I work here for 5 years now. Yeah, as a coach, building the bridge between business and spirituality. But I'm a little bit of a Trojan horse, so I'm not really talking about spirituality because it can be a scary word. And it's super beautiful to see how in this book, The X Factor, all of the different perspectives on spirituality and business come together. Like I spent the last hours reading all of your chapters, and it's been super, super fun and insightful and inspiring to me. So yeah, I'm happy to hear also more personal stuff from you in this live call. And yeah, thank you for letting me be part of this.
Yes.
Awesome. Hi, my name is Sarah Lamo. I am, a lot of different things at the moment. Crazy to say author. I wrote a memoir earlier in the year, and now I've joined this team to talk about my experiences over the last almost 15 years in talent acquisition. I started a business over the last year as a career happiness coach. So over the last, 15 years or so, my definition of success has changed quite a bit. And so this was a really exciting opportunity to share. So thank you all.
All right. Got one last one.
Can hear you.
Oh no, Patricia, we can't hear you.
Whoops. We lost her.
She must be joining again, right? So.
Okay. Oh.
She's back. Patricia is our first author, just for people to know, like, this is Soul Excellence, our third multi-author book. And Patricia is our first author from the continent of Africa, so from Cameroon.
Very cool.
Really excited to see how we're expanding to all corners of the globe and amplifying different leadership voices too. Can we hear you now, Patricia? No.
No.
Not a lucky day.
Okay.
All right. Well,
So
maybe we'll come back. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now that we have a good introduction and a good feel for everyone, let's get into why did we even do this? Why did we feel that this book was necessary? And I want to start with you, Kaylee, because you're the person who organized this whole thing, right? So what was it that, where did this come from? Where did this come from? It's such a blessing. And so I wanted to know.
Yeah, for me, the way that I develop these multi-author titles is I don't like go in a room and brainstorm all the different topics or titles or like things that I want to write about. But what I do is I sit in the morning and I really just reflect on, and I ask the question, like, what does the world need to hear right now? And when I did that over the summer, it just came instantly to me that the world is craving for more connection, a deeper sense of purpose, a deeper sense of meaning. And that through all of the chaos and the fear and everything that's sort of been buzzing around, like the information world this last year, that a lot of us were like, wait a second, we have so much hope, so much optimism, so much inspiration. And we owe that to this deeper sense of faith and spiritual connection. And it just felt like the perfect time to be putting out that message into the world, almost as a counterbalance to all of the other stuff that's out there. And to remind us all, like, we're not just physical beings, like we have this divine nature. And when we see it in ourselves, we see it in other people, and it inspires us to really connect and to achieve. So it's one of those ideas that just when I sat with what needed to be said right now in the world, it was given to me. And then I put out the invitation and you all said yes, because you also are on this mission in your own ways and in your own world. So that was really the purpose behind it.
Yeah. And I know when you touch base with me, the just even seeing the title of the book, that captivated me. And I was like, well, I have to be a part of this. You know, you didn't even go into detail about it at first. And I'm like, yeah. It's like, can I tell you what it's about? You know, I'm like, well, it already resonates with me. So you get like my vote. But it was so timely and something that is needed, especially everything that you talked about. And just knowing that those two things, and that's what I posted today, you know, our spirituality and business are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you want to say, oh, well, you know, it's business and we're going to leave that at the door. We're going to leave that for church. We're going to leave that for however else you connect. No. You take it with you. That is your X factor. That is the place that you tap in and you get all the wisdom and everything that you need. Oh my goodness. And so just having this book out here and knowing that, look, we can we release it on LinkedIn. Okay. So we've got all the professionals here, all the sophisticated people, right? So we've got them they're going to read each and every one of your chapters and gain so much value. And they're going to go into the workplace. Oh my gosh, we're going to be on fire. That's what I'm excited. Y'all hear this in my voice?
I want to stand up. Yeah.
That's what I had to stand up. That's why I stand up, man. I can't sit down because I'm telling you, it's needed and it's necessary. So I want to know why you guys, and I'm going to go around the room and just, I want to know what it is that brought you to write your chapter. Like, why did you say yes to this opportunity? So, Monty, we're going to go this way. You know, whatever.
So my chapter is called Roaring Diplomat, which, you know, it seems a bit of a conundrum, right? Like to roar and also to be diplomatic. But I was led to this because, one, I want to shout out Christina, right? Because I saw how she was really being very vocal about this intersection of faith and spirituality on LinkedIn, which years ago was like, oh, no. It's a professional platform, right? Like you don't necessarily talk about that. But to the point that you mentioned, like this is how we show up. And my name means faith, and it is the essence of who I am. It is my anchor. And I know that specifically, like over the past year and a half, a lot of people have been hurting, right? And more specifically, when I think about, I envision a mirror of myself. I envision that Black woman, that woman of color that has been tried by inequities in the workplace and didn't know how to cope and to heal. And there's still people challenged by that right now. It is also connected to why a lot of people, you know, the great resignation, right? Why people are leaving the workplace because it doesn't feel healthy. It doesn't feel like a place where they can show up authentically, where they can show up in the full intersections of their lives. And that was the core of me voicing that in my chapter, and also just part testimony of what actually led me to coaching, and also to business and entrepreneurship.
Oh, you said a mouthful. I tell you. All right. Okay. So now we're gonna go on. We're gonna go next. Come on, I wanna hear it. What you got?
Okay. So it's my turn now, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I will give a lot of credit to our publisher, okay, because she reached out to me at very first place. I don't know how she found me on the LinkedIn. So, but yeah, to me is every individual, every human being has some attachment with the spirituality in their own means, right? Means everybody follows spirituality, but there are different means, right? Different meaningful ways. You do something which belong to spirituality in your own terms. For me, like I have been definitely in this spiritual journey for a longer period of time because of my background, family background, because of couple of religious things which we follow in, because I'm basically Hindu by religion, and we have a very long history of spirituality if you look at ancestors wise, right? So I have been into it, and then I brought that mindset in my corporate journey as well, and that's what I brought in my chapter. And there are a couple of incidents happened in the life where you actually what like she wanted to write about, mentioned about the faith, right? She mentioned about belongingness, servant leadership. So everything I kind of faced myself in my own journey. I had couple of incidents where I personally believed, yes, where is God? Have you seen the God? Yeah, in which form you have seen the God? So it could be in any form. It could be in you. It could be in me. It could be in my parents, right? Something happened in your life where somebody comes in and he represents the God for you. He do something for you which nobody else can do other than that God. So those kind of incidents which when you read my chapter, you will find those stories around it. And I think through that, even I motivated to get into the transformation space where it's more on the people side of it, right? Not the processes and the technology side of it. So because of the COVID, and now you see a lot in every industry, there's a lot of push towards people, give respect to people, focus more on the people rather than focusing on other things. That's where my coaching also comes into picture. I have trained more than like 2,500 people on different agile practices, different executives, how to bring agility and all that. And that is driven by mindset, where the people first approach is important, right? Purpose driven approach is important. So I think all that combination, I try to kind of connect the dots in my chapter for all these things. I'll see like if you guys like it or not. It's all
We're gonna love it.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to the audience, if they like the chapter, and what kind of a message they take away from the chapter for them, right? And personally believe like we have so many good stories in this book from all of
Yes.
you.
Yes.
It's kind of a body of knowledge, of
Yes.
experience, wisdom, which anybody can take with them.
Yes. And I love it. And I want to highlight this. And I don't really, it. Okay. So y'all know me, right? At least a little bit. And I don't play by the rules. Okay. So the only reason why I know the rules is so I know how to bend them. But so this may ruffle feathers, but it doesn't matter. I want to highlight the fact that we have people from all around the world, right? We don't have a specific religion. We don't have it where, oh, we're all this, we're all that. We've got all these different people, and yet one thing we're connected with. I really want to highlight that part, because sometimes we get so caught up in a religion and we're like, no, I can't learn from you because you don't read the same Bible as me. No, I can't learn from you because you're not believe. No, honey, we are all connected. We are all spiritual beings, and knowing that, you can learn from anyone and tapping into that. And oh my gosh, I am so excited.
Yes, of course.
This is a big thing. And not only just God and business and just knowing just God, just that he's here. No matter if you look like me, no matter if you look like one of you guys, no matter if you're from Africa, no matter if you're from Germany, it doesn't matter. We are all connected, and we can all learn, and we can all grow from one another. So, all right, y'all. Don't get me preaching on here, right?
I like preaching, Christina. This is good. We're here for it.
Don't get me started. Okay, let's go. Let's go on to the next. All right, I'm getting chills. All right.
Oh my goodness. I can't even believe how you introduced that. It was a perfect segue, Christina, because my chapter is called Of Boxes and Boundaries. And it talks about how my spiritual journey helped me get out of boxes, right? And one of the boxes was God in a box, right? Exactly. We like to put God in a box because then we think we can understand him or her and make and control God, but we can't. And so one of the biggest things was need to get God out of the box. But when we get God out of the box, we get ourselves out of the box too, which is just so exciting to me. And but at the same time, we still need boundaries. We still need that framework to keep ourselves safe and healthy and all of those things. But it's like a juxtaposition, right? You want to be out of that box. You want to be free. You want to be free of other people's expectations and expectations that everybody puts on you. But at the same time, you kind of still need those bumpers to keep you, keep you in line. And so I really explore that in my chapter because I feel like those two things together were such a big part of my success as an executive when I was in corporate. And learning how to do that, my personal success, and even more important now that I'm an entrepreneur, because you can't put yourself in a box as an entrepreneur, or else you're
not at all.
You're gonna be in trouble. But I think one of the things that I see is corporations tend to put people in boxes. They want everybody to be in a box. Here's your job description. You have to stay in your job description. Here's your executive presence. This is how you have to act. All of those things. And yeah, some of those things are okay, but most of the time they're keeping us small and they're not allowing us to bring our authentic selves to work, and they're not allowing us to do everything that we really could do. So I joined the book because, I had done Significant Women with Kaylee. So this is my second book with Kaylee. And I thought I didn't really plan on doing another one. And I saw the title of this one and I thought, that's my thing. How do I not do this? I just this is totally my thing. I can't say no. So I was so excited to join this journey and to be on this journey with all of you. And I haven't read everybody's chapter yet, but I can't wait, especially after hearing all the tidbits I'm hearing today.
Oh, that was so. Do you see this? So powerful. Every single chapter that we're going through is just power packed. And for you to talk about, just staying in a box and how you just play small sometimes and how you equated that still to executives and businesses. And I just had a conversation with somebody the other day about just that, of how employers will do that. So it is your job. Okay, nothing else. I'm not pouring into you the way that I could. Because one, fear, because I don't want to pour into you and then you go to our competitor and you make them better and all this other stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute. We're not pouring into them because of that. But you don't understand. You're keeping yourself limited because I can pour into you and I can give to you all that I have. And for all I know, you can go and say, you know what, that was the best place I've ever been. I had to leave because I have to pursue my calling, but I'm referring people back to you. So you lose one, but you gain 100.
Absolutely. Boom.
Let's stop playing small. Let's get out the box. Okay? Give everything that you have. Play all out. And that's what we do on a day-to-day basis, because we know that once we don't lose anything, we lose nothing.
Absolutely.
What we think we might lose, we get back 10 times fold. So come on with it. Come on. All right, let's go. Let's go on to the next.
I love it. I love this. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
So, it's funny, this this is all, what I'm hearing is so much push and pull. There's so much contracting and then pulling us together, our connectedness, but yet still breaking those boundaries, breaking free. And I have to think about, the timeliness of this, that during this post-pandemic craziness, our human psyche, it's at a really critical, crazy point in the history of human beings, because we don't have deadlines right now. There's no one saying, guys, stay, tuck her home for another 5 minutes and we'll all be through this together. It was 4th of July here in the States for a little bit. And then there's, these deadlines that just never happened, or got pushed back. And really what we're facing is an indefinite new reality of hey, be cautious. You may get sick, you may even die. Be cautious, And I think this is really a time when we're trying to connect with people in new ways. Like, oh yeah, I want to go to your wedding, but so there's, I want to travel. I want, and there's hesitation on things that you would have normally jumped at. And then from a professional side, now you're leading team members who have to make choices between bringing home a deal or staying healthy and home for their kids who are dealing with so much as well. I think our well-beings are really having such a troubling time, and never before, I think, has it been, are we more able to have open conversations now? Because I feel like we're all struggling to reconnect with the internal spiritual self. So that's allowed us to say, hey, I know what my core values are. Does my business also have these same core values? Are we being diverse and inclusive? Are we paying attention to when someone says, you know what, my emotional well-being, my mental well-being, not good right now? How are we adapting and responding in a new reality? And I think in many ways there's a, pandemic has brought in a lot of horribleness, but there is that silver lining that I feel like we're more aware of each other's humanness than ever before. And that's allowing us to maybe not just talk about it, but even go forward and attack it a little bit more. What does it mean to be human? What do we need to satisfy our own health? And how can we, as leaders, make sure that those that we're leading are also healthy and satisfied? It's not just about health in a right now sense of being, but what is your spiritual why? Are you reaching for it? I think now is a pivotal time, and this book, Haley, thank you again for making it so readily available. It's incredible. So I appreciate this.
Oh, I love that. I love that, being in touch, being in tune with everything and seeing where it is that you need to go, what it is that you need to do, what is the next step that I need to take. And I want to be it. You said what?
What's your spiritual why?
Yes. Really getting into that is so important. Being in tune. All right.
Before I go ahead, can we quickly check the sound for Patricia?
Let's see.
Can we hear you now?
Is it better now?
Yes.
So thanks. I connected via my phone finally. So I don't know what my computer had. It was working just before, but all fine. I'm in now.
Perfect. We hear you very well.
And you are in at the right time because you are coming next.
Oh, really? You can just remember the question for me. What's the question at the moment? The why we decided to write the book?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Actually, I didn't have a time to introduce myself, so maybe let me just do that before I. So my name is Patricia. I'm from Cameroon, and which is Central Africa. Today, sitting in Douala. And I'm a servant and stubborn leader. That's how I define myself. And I think that what I'm longing for, and actually what makes me run every morning, is how can I unlock potential for all the people that I'm seeing on my path, right? Leveraging on the servant leadership core skills to actually stay grounded in my environment. Because where I'm coming from, so here leaders is kind of inverse pyramid. So they're on the top and everyone served them, right? And whereas I had the opportunity and the chance to do to spend 10 years in New York, to learn from great leaders. And then I say, okay, let me go back home and try to spread that message and impact lives around me. So that's Patricia. Now, why did I write the book? Actually, the book found me because Kelly sent me a message, and I always wanted to write about the leadership book. And for me, is actually a way to leave a legacy and to spread the wisdom across. So that book is what can I share with the young professionals. So the audience of what I write it down is actually, if you are a young professional and with ambitions, if you are like a seasoned professional and you don't understand why you are stuck at certain point, so how can you leverage on your spiritual faith to actually lead right? Because what I believe is that too much is given, more will be asked for. So the higher you go up the ladder, the more responsibility you have and accountability to influence the world. So if you're part of the happy few, you have to dare to do the hard things, right? And I share my journey on how in the environment that I'm at the moment is so difficult to stay grounded, because lot of the environment, like the models that you are seeing, is the inverse pyramid, right? Totally not the servant leadership. They are bosses. So and that's my call. And with the Leaditude Academy, which is a small company that I do on the side, what we plan to do is actually to take it out to the younger generation. So I believe that the best way to impact now is actually, to get to the 10 to 15, 18-year-old band, because that's how I can impact and potentially have more probability to shape the values, to show them leadership and train them on how to lead right and to be intentional, at leading. So that's my call. On that side, aside that, I'm a transformation leader for PwC, working for clients across Francophone Africa, transforming their business. So I'm transforming the business during the day and transforming life afterwards.
Yes, I love it. And oh my goodness, there's so much wisdom in the room. Just the fact that you touched on leadership and from a servant perspective, because a lot of times we leave that part out, right? We get up there and just like you said, that inverse pyramid of where I'm expecting you to now serve me, right? I gave you the job. I know more than you do. You got to get to my level. No, we got to bring them up. That is our job. And I was just having this conversation. It's funny that you said that. I was just having this conversation with my husband today. And I was saying that, look, it's not only, we've got a two-part thing here with leadership, right? So we've got to serve the people who are working, and I was saying for, and I said, no, actually that's the wrong word. It's working with us. We've got to serve the people who are working with us, and then the people outside of that. We've got to serve our customers. So it's not even, who are you without the people who are working for you, working with you, and who are you without the people that you're serving? You are nobody. You wouldn't be where you are if they weren't there. So you've got to treat the people who are working with you and then that are serving your business, that are coming in your doors like pure gold, because that's what they are. And a lot of businesses forget that. Of just like, look, if we pull out our money and say, you know what, I'm not gonna be here anymore. I'm not going to buy your products anymore. And your employees left, where would you be? What would you be?
Exactly.
We need to treat them like the gold that they are. And a lot of times we get, the money, the fame, whatever it is, comes and blindsides us. And even Jesus washed his disciples' feet, man.
Exactly. And you're so true because, yeah.
Hello. So look, if he's doing it, I think you need to do it too.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're so right, Christina. Yeah.
All right. So now we're gonna keep going.
And what you mentioned is so right, because today the business needs to rely on people experience and client experience. So if you don't do both, then you screwed up, right? It's just a matter of time, right, where you're losing your competitive space. So
Thank you.
yeah, I try to spread the message to my client too, but it start getting in.
Yes.
So,
It will, because the thing is, and that's what people, I've had these conversations with people. They're like, well, nobody has my product. My product is special. And I'm like, sweetie, but somebody can. And then once they do, and if they have better customer service than you, and they treat their customers better than you, and they treat their employees better than you, guess what? Everybody that you built, they're going to go right to them. There is no loyalty in this game. Okay. If you cannot establish that, you're going to lose it. So we got to, come on now. We got, what does it go back? It always goes back to the foundational rule, that golden rule. Treat others how you would want to be treated. Everybody wants to feel valued. Everybody wants to be seen. And that's what you give to them. That costs no money. That costs nothing to just check up on people, to check up on your employees. Hey, how you doing? You know what? Didn't you say you wanted to be an entrepreneur? What is it that you actually want to do? Oh, you know what? How about I help you with your business plan? Because I did it. How about that? How about I mentor you? What would that do? Even if they're leaving, it doesn't matter. They're going to remain connected to you. So every time that somebody comes up and says, you know what, we dropped her. But every time that somebody comes up to them and says, you know what, I'm looking for a job, they're going to be the first person to recommend you. I got the perfect place for you because they built me. They got me to where I want to be. They helped me on my journey. And now I'm feeding people to you. We got to think bigger. All right. Come on. Let's go, Sarah. Take us. Take it away. Can we hear you?
Isn't it you, Matthias?
Okay.
Yeah, Matthias and Sarah.
Oh yeah. We kind of skipped me, which is perfect.
I was working my way back since we had went there. I didn't. I'm not gonna forget you.
I was so comfortable listening to all of you.
We gotta hear from you. I did not forget you two. Come on.
Yeah, there is something that I would like to share that I observe in this live call now, but also in the group, which is a slightly bigger group that we've been working with for the book. And it's super interesting because it's so in my face and I didn't realize it up until now. Like, look at all of us. We come from different places. Mm-hmm. We might have different religions. Mm-hmm. We have different genders. We have different goals in life. We have different strengths and abilities. We have different haircuts. You name it, the list is long, of differences that we have. And yet, they were not a topic at all in this whole process. And that is so remarkable and so important to me, that we didn't focus on the differences, but we focused on the similarities and on a common goal to achieve this project, this collaboration in the book. And I think this shift from like confronting and battling everyone who has a different perspective to like looking into the same direction and finding a shared perspective together and finding similarities together, I think this shift is what the society in general needs a whole lot right now. Mm. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think for like a little piece, we achieved that within this group, and I'm very grateful for that.
Oh, you done said it all. Yes. Yeah. we definitely did. We definitely did. And this book is major. It's major.
Awesome. Well, it's just been a gift to have this opportunity to write about everything that I've been learning. This last year, I got certified as a career happiness coach, and my coach said something on the first day about, well, she doesn't like the words work-life balance because there shouldn't be two separate things. And that's just really just resonated throughout my life over the last year, where I'm learning that they are one and the same, that I don't have to, going back to the boxes, compartmentalize all the parts of my life. I've worked in talent acquisition and HR for years. And so I wasn't sharing my faith. I wasn't sharing my recovery journey. I've been sober for 6 years and recently had this opportunity to have, a platform where I can talk about it. It was not going to be anything I was going to share professionally. I mean, to put that on LinkedIn of all things, oh my gosh, the judgment, the shame, I don't feel any of that. And it's opened up this whole world where I get to take away that stigma for other people. And so I see all of it as a gift. So my chapter is talking about my change in definition of the word success. It used to be titles and money and just how everything looks on the outside, because that's how I was raised.
Yeah.
But it's inside. It's what I can do for others, because that's what fills me up. Really cool.
I resonate with that so much, and I know that it's going to touch so many people. It's going to touch so many people. And the points that you said, it's not even just, I know that yours is about success and how your definition changed, but the fact that, one, you're being open about your journey, right? And the things, the pain points that you had. And sometimes we want to put that under the rug because it's ugly, it's messy, it doesn't look good. What are people going to see? I want to be portrayed in this manner. I don't know about that. That's a little bit too close to home for me. But when we do that, and I'm sure that you've seen that, when we are vulnerable and when we open up and we allow people to see those pain points. Yes, that stung, but you know what? I learned from it and I grew from it. And now I can share that thing with you. And now you've got other people who say, oh, well, wait, she's being vulnerable. She's showing, and that touched me. So I can do the same thing about mine. And I can now step out and I can go with my journey in my separate ways that I'm being called, and I can do the same. And the more that we share and the more that we learn to be vulnerable and the more that we give, and going back to being that servant. And it's not where I need to keep on being up here. Yes, you may put me on a pedestal, but honey, I still struggle. And these are the struggling things these are the things that I've gone through. These are the things that I've learned. And in that, you help other people. And it's just it's so good. It's so good because we can learn and we can grow from other people, from us. That's why we're all connected. That's what we're here for, to share. And that's what we're doing in this book. Man, now that's why I'm so excited. That's why I'm so excited to read everybody's chapter, because that's how growth occurs. Us talking, us being vulnerable, us being open, and just sharing those parts. Just saying, look, I'm strong, and this is why I'm strong. Because everything that comes, every ugly moment that we've had, every messy moment that we've had, every obstacle, every trial that we've come across, it happened for a reason. And now we're stronger, and now we're better, and now we're more equipped to help other people and reach back to them. And now I'm holding you up. I'm bringing you up. We've got coaches, we've got executives, we've got all these, we've got mothers on here. We've got fathers on here. What? You better share that journey. I'm so proud of y'all. I'm so proud of y'all. I'm telling you. Oh man.
Yeah, I think everyone would be really proud about this book, right? In their own experience and journey. So when we will look maybe after 5 years, We never know where we will be, but when we look back, we'll see that this is definitely a milestone in the life.
Yes. Yes. A milestone. And I'm looking forward to looking now 5 years from now. And I'm like, whoa, wow, they're there. Oh my goodness. Well, you know, I knew them. I know them. I'll be like this. Did y'all see? I wrote a book with them. Y'all better believe it. That's what I'm going to be doing.
And who knows where all the ripples that we've started by this book are going to end up in 5 years, because they'll just be magnified by a millionfold.
I'm telling you, we have started something, and y'all, if y'all, like I said, if y'all don't know me, y'all gonna get to know me. When we start something, I run for it. So you best believe that we started something, but I'm gonna take it. I'm taking it and running, and I'm expecting the same thing for you guys. I better be looking on y'all pages, and I'm like, ooh, she's still sharing her story. Ooh, she's still being vulnerable. Ooh, she's talking about that servant leadership. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Ooh, she's talking about faith. Ooh, in the workplace. I better see it. I got all eyes. I'm telling y'all. Okay, so I know I am terrible at this, and I just want to put this up here. Good job, everyone. And we've been getting comments. And, you know, I'm not good at that. So I'm getting better. I get locked in, right? And I don't even see them. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys who have been on with us and who are going to share the video, who are going to share the book. I am so appreciative of you guys, and I know that you all are too. So wonderful. Oh, faith on steroids. That's what it is. I tell you, so excited to learn from everyone on the. I am too. Oh, all right. So we've got a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness. Fire. Y'all, this is awesome. This is awesome. So we have been on here. We have shared. We have told everyone why we were drawn to this book, what we're hoping to come from this book. And now we got to let it be. We don't put it out. We put it out. And I'm so proud of you guys.
Thank you. Same here.
We're proud of you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. It's such a joy.
Yes. And thank you guys for tuning in. So is there anything else that you guys want to say before we leave?
I was going to say, if we could, you know, kind of like one fun fact about ourselves. Okay. So, like when I was thinking today, just even about the release, I reflected on my grandmother's. One grandmother who actually, she's not on LinkedIn, so it's fine. So I can tell her age. Just turned 85 last week, and two other grandmothers who have since passed. And I keep this book in my grandmother's house on my desk, and it's about Black women, faith, and the stories we inherit. So I just wanted to just say that today I hold the spirit of my grandmothers, and that's a fun fact just about me.
I love that. You know, I gave birth to Ava, my daughter, in my bathtub during the pandemic. And I remember leaning over the side of the bathtub and just praying to my mother's mothers, and this like matriarchal line going all the way up to Eve, you know, and thinking, they've all done it. I can do this. We've got this. Just, you know, send me your strength. And when you held up that book and said, in my grandmother's house, I was like, yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Those are such amazing facts that you were all sharing. When she said fun fact, I was thinking of telling you guys about my dog. But I guess it's in line because I am a dog mom, fur baby.
Good mom. What's your fun fact about your dog? I'm dying to hear.
Oh, I have a one-eyed Pomeranian. He has more Instagram followers than I do.
Well, if you want to talk about getting out of boxes, I can share one fun fact about me. Out of boxes, out of boundaries. A few years ago, I haven't done it in a while, but I used to turn airplanes upside down. I fly aerobatic planes, loops and rolls and hammerheads and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's definitely outside the box.
That's amazing.
Karen, I think I told you it's like woman after my own heart. Like, my air show obsession. Like, I'm there every year, like all weekend, San Francisco, now Fort Lauderdale. Like, I just love it.
I was never quite that good, but
maybe
I can go for
yeah, go for it, Patricia.
No, go ahead, Kenny. Sorry.
I don't know. It's my fun fact. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but in high school, I was in the marching band and I really wanted to play the drums, but I didn't know how to play the drums yet. So they're like, hey, just play the xylophone, like the bells. But what I didn't know at the time is like our entire band was based around this one song called the Bell Song. And it was our fight song that we marched out to, that we played at every 2-yard stand at the football game. So I grew to be famous in high school from being the bell girl, just playing literally that one song over and over and over again. And I never really learned any other songs on the bells, just St. Thomas Aquinas High School bell song. You can YouTube it. It's not me playing it, but it's become a big thing. So yeah, I was the bell girl in high school.
Nice.
Sorry, guys. I had to get my charger.
Okay, so here's a fun fact. Christina, where are you from actually? Because
Alaska.
I hear a southern accent. Is that true, or is it me misreading it?
So I've gotten so many things. People ask me, "Oh, are you from New York? Oh, are you from Texas? Are you from?" And they're like, "I hear this in your voice. I hear this in your voice." I'm like, "Yeah." So I was born in Texas, and then I was raised between Alaska and here in Maryland. So yeah, in Alaska.
So here's a fun fact. My girlfriend is from Louisiana, from Baton Rouge.
Okay. Hello.
Maybe she's watching now. I don't know.
Hey, girlfriend.
So now picture this. She was married, and we had a dinner once in Baton Rouge with her ex-husband, his new girlfriend, me, the new boyfriend of his wife, and both sets of parents. And they were still married at that time. And we thought it's a good idea to show them that we are all fine and we all get along well.
How did that go? I don't know.
It was an adventure.
He's still your girlfriend, so.
Yes, we are all still in the same constellation, and we made it through. So the outcome was good. The dinner was adventurous.
Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. So who hasn't shared? Is it just me?
Patricia, Rishi, and you. Yeah.
Yeah.
My fun fact is that.
Go ahead.
I can. Yeah, my fun fact is that I'm French speaking, so I grew up learning French, going to a French university. But after my university, I started my career in New York. So I actually never learned a word professional type of language in French, right? So because I learned it from scratch in New York in English. So when I'm work, I'm thinking first English in my mind, right? And when I came back to Cameroon, I couldn't even make a presentation to a client in French because I couldn't find my word. And it was like, but aren't you from Cameroon? I said, yeah, but I'm not French. They say, how come can you talk French, outside of work and when you are about to do a professional presentation? I said, I don't know, but my brain, when it comes to work, it doesn't think French. It thinks English. So
Let me turn it on for a second. Hold on.
I feel like that was just a mouthful, though, about how in English we work, or in America we work way too much. So you're thinking about English.
Do you dream
even
in French?
10 years now, I'm still struggling on some of the parts. So the brain just click up for work in English, and then when I'm out of work and it's normal language, I can do French. So that's funny.
Wow.
Do you dream in French or?
Sorry?
What do you dream in? French or English?
What do we do in Cameroon?
No, what do you dream in when you're sleeping? What do you dream in?
I don't know. I'm dreaming images. I'm not sure I'm dreaming French.
I ain't even focus on that when I'm asleep.
I'm not a good dreamer. I'm a big sleeper. When I sleep, I don't even remember what I had dreamed in the night. So I don't know.
I love it. Okay. So since I got put on blast,
Yeah, I can.
you
Go ahead.
you wanna go?
Yeah, I think I'm the one left, right? Okay, yeah. So no, my mind is little similar to Patricia. So I even in my young age, I used to go to attend the French classes. We were like two friends, right? We used to go to learn French. It is like a very first program, right, where they just introduce you to your introduction itself, right? And the fun fact was we used to ride motorbike actually for like an hour, and we used to go to a girls' college where everyone is girl. It's a girls' college, and we two boys actually ride the bike in the morning 6 a.m., attend the class, French class, and by the time we move outside the college, and we see a lot of girls are coming, and they all like look at us and say, why these two guys are here every day?
Just waiting.
So and you're back
it
in
was
the girls' club now.
That was a little funny back that time. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So I guess I'll end on mine. Okay. So one of the facts about me, right, is that in college, and I actually have never shared this except with my husband. So I'm gonna go ahead and share it. I was called on, right? I never would raise my hand. I was never that person. Like I'll sit in the back and I'm going to take notes and I'm paying attention, but don't ask me any questions because the way that I process things is, and I did that in law school where I had to bring a tape recorder, and I in the middle of our class, I'm not processing it. I'm writing, I'm trying to get everything that I can. And then I would go home and I would work out or I would do something. I would have it in my ears and I have to be moving. And that's how I learned. So I never answered. They would think that oh, she's just not trying to do what she's supposed to be doing. She's not listening. I'm like, I'm listening. I just process things different. So I was in class and I was told to read an excerpt from a book. And honey, okay. So I know that right now, the person that you know today is not the person that was before. Okay. So I was like, do I read it out loud? Oh, okay. So I opened it up and I literally stuttered throughout the entire time. I think it was so painful for my teacher that he was like, okay, good. And I felt so bad, right? And I'm like, oh my God. You know those moments where you just want to fall through the floor? That was a moment for me. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I can read. But why is it so hard to read out loud? And it was just so bad. And so I went home and I literally started reading to myself out loud every single day. And I was like, that will never happen again to me. That will never happen again. So here I am now. If you would have told me I would be a speaker, then I would probably been like, you're lying. So here I am now, and it's a totally different me. Same person, but just more confident in what it is that I bring to the table. So that is how it started, and this is how it's going, baby.
And now an author.
Yeah, really good.
And now I can say you're a best-selling author, because I just got the message from Kara that we're at least #1 bestseller in motivational growth and spirituality, which is incredible. And I'm getting all this information. So look at Slack after this call, but you're now a best-selling author on top of it all.
High five, everybody.
All right. I'm so excited. See? Yes. And I'm looking for more great news to come, and for great news from all of you guys and everybody that's tuning in. One of the things that I do is that I check up on the people that comment, that check in on me, that are following me, that I'm connected with. I check in randomly. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Are you struggling with anything? Anything I can help you with? And I encourage you guys to do the same thing, right? So a lot of times we'll get caught up in the fact, especially if you're trying to grow your audience or you're trying to grow your business. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm looking at this person. They got 15,000 people. Oh my gosh, they got 300. Man, their business is doing so well. But doing that distracts us from what we have. So whether it's one person, whether it's 5 people, whether it's 10 people, I don't care what you're working with, nurture them, serve them, see if there's any value that you can add. And I promise you, when you nurture you love on that one person, or those 5 people, man, you're going to get double, triple, more than what you could ever ask for in return. So you got to do that. Love on those people, man, and serve to the best of your ability. And love on yourself. Don't forget you in the mix, because you know how we do. Yeah. All right. So is there anything else that you guys want to talk about before we go? All right. It has been an absolute joy to be with you guys and to connect with you guys. I know I haven't been, present for a lot of the things, but y'all, man, a 4-month-old and 2 other kids that I'm homeschooling. My husband's now an entrepreneur. We got a lot going on. Here. Okay. So that's why I'm like, look, I got on here. I was like, my hair wasn't supposed to be wet. I thought it was gonna be all nice and good. We just running with it. I ain't got no makeup on. It is what it is. Despite the fact beauty came out of this. That's what I'm saying. It can be a mess. It can be something that you're not necessarily proud of. It can be something that you're like, how is that going to be perceived? But you go with it and you take it and you still rock with it and you put your all into it, and beauty will come from it. So here we go, wet hair and all. Yeah. All right, y'all. It was nice. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.